about love, Spirit, at this time. Dang. Okay. So there's this energy here, of new beginnings incoming. New beginnings incoming, new cycle incoming. But it's because you're going with the flow. It's because you're allowing yourself to go with a natural state of the journey, or you're allowing the journey to guide you. That's what this feels like. This could be new love. This could be someone brand new that's coming towards you. It could be in Aries. You could have strong Aries placements. But this feels like a brave new world, a new cycle that you're creating with intention. Because you're like, whatever is meant to be will be. Whatever is meant for me will find me, will never evade me. And if it's evading me right now, then I need to keep moving forward in peace. I just heard with peace in my heart. A lot of you have peace in your heart, specifically about a particular connection. You know you've done everything you can do. You know you've done everything you can do, and you're ready for new beginnings, new chapters. You're ready to experience something new, something that feels adventurous, exciting, something that allows you to be present. This is the energy of like, I'm unburdening myself. I'm unbridling myself. This is like a horse galloping out of the stables. Like, I'm free. That's this energy. That's this energy. Like, free to be able to explore what is meant for you. And you will allow the universe to connect you with what is meant for you along the path. But right now, you're actually enjoying the journey. You're enjoying the journey. This feels really good. This feels really good. You're over feeling like you're sitting in your room, stuck thinking about one specific person, really ruminating or isolating yourself in thoughts that feel unkind at this time. I just heard they've become stale. There's something about like this energy over time becoming stale, even like the thoughts around something being stale. You're wanting something fresh. This is a collective that is ready. You know what? Hell yeah. This is a collective that is ready for a fresh new beginning. A fresh new beginning. What do we need to know about this new beginning? Yeah, because you're not willing to stay stuck anymore. You're not willing to stay stuck. This is a very passionate collective. A passionate collective. This is sacral energy. You're like, I want more pleasure in my life. I want more enjoyment. I want to be able to be truly connected to my experiences. This is also a collective that's seeking potential for travel. It's like you've been sitting in one place for too long. You've been sitting, that's what this energy is. You've been sitting in this place of stagnancy for too long. And you're sick of being still. You're sick of being still. So there is fast movement here coming in. You don't want to be stuck anymore. You don't want to be stuck in the same place, reflecting on the same situation. Because you realize, do you know what I just heard that you're going to hate so very much? I heard you realize that you were the problem because you couldn't blame someone else if you were going to continue to stay stuck. You're like, I can't blame anyone else but myself. I'm still choosing to be stuck here. And I can also choose to be unstuck. This is a collective that is choosing to be unstuck. You've unstuck yourself. What are we moving forward towards? What are we moving forward towards at this time? No longer having complacency, allowing there to be natural cycles here closing, but you're also realizing that it shouldn't be this hard. It shouldn't be this hard, right? Love should never be this hard. Love that is aligned should feel easy. Love itself should be easy. Partnership is difficult. Relationships, commitment to relationships, growing together, that can be challenging. But love, the feeling should be easy. So if it feels hard, you're either in the wrong place or you're in the wrong timeline, right? Love should never feel hard. Love should feel like a beautiful symphony that fights its way out of your heart. Love should feel like a natural expression, something that you cannot temper. Love should never feel hard. I feel like this is a collective that realized that this was too damn hard. It was too hard. What was this hard relationship in the past? For some of you, could have been with an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So I see two collectives here. I see one collective that was connected to an earth sign that was very focused on themselves or just very focused on their life, maybe material pursuits, material successes. I also see another collective here that was dealing with an earth sign that had a third party attachment of some kind. And if there was a third party here and there was competition, this is somebody who always chose the safe route, always chose the easy route. Somebody that tended to go back to what they had already built up because they had too much history behind them there. So, and I feel like you're letting this person go in peace. You're letting this person go in peace because you realize that they're making decisions that you feel like are shallow decisions. They're shallow decisions. And you also realize that those are their decisions to make. So you're allowing them to make those choices and you're letting them go with love. And that is filling you up with love in your heart. Beautiful. Your heart is so filled with love because you realize that the only reason why it could have been difficult to love this person for some time is because you were allowing yourself to stay connected to them when they were finding it difficult to love you. When they were choosing to find it difficult to love you. And I feel like now you can actually love them more from afar, truthfully, as you move forward. because they're not keeping you stuck anymore. Tell me a little bit more as we move forward. What is the future path in love here? No longer waiting. No longer waiting. For some of you, you've recently made a decision in the last 2 weeks to let go of this. Within the last 2 weeks. Could be a fire sign. You could have strong fire placements. There's so much fire energy in this reading. So you very likely have strong fire energy. You very likely are connected to someone as well who has some fire placements as well. What else do we need to know about the past here? Yeah. You felt like this is something that was preventing you from being able to access abundance or access gifts or opportunities. It's like you were watching this person build a life with someone else. And like, you could tell that when they were with you, maybe you felt like they were actually happy and fulfilled. And maybe that life wasn't actually bringing them joy, but they were still choosing it. They were still choosing it. So I feel like this is a collective that's recognized that they can't sit around anymore and allow someone else to make their decisions for them. Okay? So I actually see this collective letting go. I see a releasing of what feels like an old comfort zone here, a clinging on to this energy. Damn. And I see an activation of your higher self that they ain't ready for. This person is not ready for you to fully step into your power. They're not. Because they were intimidated by you before you were fully realizing your power. This is somebody that thought that you were a badass. Speaking of badass, this is somebody who thought that you were just a force, even before you had become fully awakened, fully realized within your highest potential. And I see that you're now in this process of activating your higher self. What do we need to know? What do we need to know about this rebirth that we're currently undergoing? So there is a period here of distance, a timeout, a period of distance that I feel like is actually necessary. And I actually feel like for the first time, you're putting this person on notice. You're putting this person in the naughty corner. What's happening is that in the past, maybe this is somebody who would have let go first. This is somebody who would have pushed you away. And I feel like for the first time, you're actually saying, I need to ice this out. I need to close myself off to this. I need to focus on my process of going through this rebirth. And that is what's allowing you to activate your higher self. I feel like your guides are seeing you and cheering you on at this time. Tell me about future love here for my collective. What will 2025 bring my collective in love? Specifically with this individual and outside of this person. I feel like in 2025, this is going to be a tough choice for you. It's going to be a tough choice for you because many of you are going to attract in a reconnection or communication with this person in which you're able to clear the air. But when you do clear the air, I'm going to be honest with y'all. Y'all may not like this. You may not like this. But this is somebody who feels a little bit sneaky. There's a little bit sneakiness. And I honestly feel like this sneaky for them is like a trauma response. I feel like this is somebody who's had to protect themselves by keeping things to themselves throughout their life. But I feel like when you do reconnect with this person, I just heard February. For some of you, it's February. They will act like they've changed. They will act like they're ready for you. They will act like their heart is open. But there's some deception here noted in their energy. There's a little bit of this energy of like, avoid this. It could be a temptation. I just saw snakes. Snakes often indicate something that where there's malevolent or malicious intent. Okay? Something we need to be purified from. So just be aware of that. But for those seeking a new energy and open to new energy, there is a path here towards a soulmate. Could be an Aquarius. Could also be another earth sign, interestingly enough. What do we need to know? What do we need to know specifically about this new energy? Okay. For some of you, it's really whether or not you were able to choose a new path. Whether or not you feel like you've done the work to choose a new path. For some of you who are still feeling like there's work left to do or that you're seeking a reunion with this past connection, because there is still a soul tie here that's not broken, you will delay the process of calling in this new energy. Full transparency. Full transparency. For those of you who are trying to play both sides and you're like, I want to manifest my soulmate, but I'm still holding on to karmics, it's going to be really difficult to do so. It's going to be like, if you want a reader to tell you what you want to hear, you're in the wrong place, my friend. You better exit out of this live and join someone else's. But that's the real tea and nothing but the tea. If you are holding on to this past energy and trying to manifest this new person, you're going to feel like you keep hitting a wall. This unfinished business is going to keep biting you because Spirit is actually encouraging you to address this. Whether it's a karmic lesson, whether it's an opportunity to be able to see yourself in a new light. I do feel like for some of you in this collective, there's something here you do still have to gain from this past person. There's something that you need to understand, but it doesn't feel like being together. It feels like a lesson that you need to learn to be able to free yourself. Tell me what lesson this collective needs to learn specifically from this past person to free themselves if they're seeking this. Damn. Some of you, if this is somebody who is connected to a third party, you've been avoiding talking about this or avoiding addressing this because you were just awaiting them to address it. It's like you're avoiding the more difficult conversations. For those in which you're not connected to someone who's in a third party, you're avoiding the fact that this is somebody who hasn't made a big change or isn't courageous enough to come towards you from a place of bravery. And you might have even been willing yourself forward, saying like, one day they'll make this decision, one day they'll make this choice, but up until this time, they haven't shown any indicators that they will. So I feel like this is for a collective that needs to learn that if you hold on to someone who wants to be stuck in the past, who wants to hold on to their suffering, you're going to suffer. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Ain't that a peachy key message? Ain't that a bright and positive love and light kind of message for you? If you hold on to someone who wants to suffer, they're going to suffer. It's true. You're going to suffer too. You're going to suffer with them. You know, misery loves company, as they say. But that's this energy. It's like holding on to this person from the past who is unwilling to make a change is just going to keep you stuck in this old dated energy with them. Okay? This is just going to keep you in a place in which your third eye is actually going to be blocked. This is for a collective that I feel like has the ability to see their own future path forward with a full activation of their third eye, which is potentially being blocked at this time because of still holding on to this past energy. The more we hold on to the past, the less likely we're able to tap into that future path, right? I feel like your guides are actually encouraging you at this time to unblock your third eye so you can be able to see beyond this. And the way that you can do so is by taking action towards your own new beginning. Ooh, I felt that. I felt that. Damn, that's what this all is, isn't it? See, you were waiting on this person to take action towards you, and really this was all about you taking action towards yourself. This is all about you having the courage and bravery to go claim the new beginning that you deserve. This is all about you being brave enough to ask the universe for what you want, and then being patient enough to allow them to deliver it to you. This was never about this person being brave. This was about you being brave. It's hard to put yourself out there. It's hard to seek out new energies. It's hard to go through dating apps and new talking stages. It's hard to put your best foot forward when you feel like everyone else is settling down and everyone else is committing or settling or compromising. It's hard to allow yourself to move forward towards something brand new when you have this familiarity, this history. But this is for a collective that is ready. You are ready. And I just heard it's for yourself. It's for yourself. Okay? It's for yourself. And I see that for this collective at this time, the advice is to close off anything that keeps you in a state of resistance. Close off to anything that prevents you from being in this very expansive energy. We have a new moon on the 20th, specifically a new moon in Capricorn. Capricorn energy is really about our work, our productivity, our finances, our ambition, our drive, being able to bring our dreams into our reality in a practical sense. This is for a collective that is putting their practical dreams on hold, whether that's family, home, finances, career, to be able to investigate something that I feel like at this time is a dead end. And I'm telling you that because I'm your spiritual bestie. I'm here to tell you the real tea, nothing but the tea. I don't want to keep you stuck. Now, for some of you, like I said, there's still a lesson here to learn. And if there's a lesson here to learn, for those of you who need to forgive this person or need to stop hoping that they come forth in order to gain forgiveness from you, then that's the lesson. For some of you, that's the unfinished business. For some of you, the unfinished business is allowing this person to move forward and realize that the reason why they're not apologizing, the reason why they're not asking for your forgiveness is because they haven't given it to themselves. This is somebody that will never forgive themselves for passing up in this relationship. This is somebody that will never forgive themselves for fumbling you. They never will. And the reason why they won't is because that is too big of a cross to bear. That's too uncomfortable for them to swallow that bitter pill. To be able to look at a relationship that has this much potential, someone that could actually challenge them to be better, someone that has everything they've ever desired and more that they didn't even realize that they needed, to be able to actually push you away, how could you forgive yourself for that? You cannot. You cannot. And that's why this is somebody who's stuck and they're keeping you stuck. See the pattern here? The more this person's stuck in something, the more you get brought into it. You're mirroring each other. You're mirroring each other. Okay. Path forward here, specifically outside of this connection. Damn, fire energy, very significant. For most of you, you're going to be in a relationship with a new person in the summertime. I'm getting a June energy here for someone new. Okay? Could be a fire sign specifically, could be an earth sign. But this is someone that you've wished for. This is what you've been dreaming of. This is everything that you've ever desired. This is true wish fulfillment for you. This is something that maybe up until this time you didn't realize you were worthy of. And a part of you was subconsciously calling in this past energy who could only give you less. And I feel like you've done the healing work. This is for a collective that has taken the time to care for themselves. who has taken the time to address where they feel like they repressed their true self in the past, that has broken old soul contracts that were disenfranchising, that had terms and conditions that you don't align with. This is for a collective that is done with overthinking. This is for a collective that's ready to get what they deserve. This is for a collective that's ready to tap in to their higher power, the support of their ancestors, nurture themselves, move through a period of this unexpected storm that you're still experiencing, finally end this dark night of the soul to be able to plant deep roots and a new foundation for growth. You know what? Hell yeah. This is for a collective that is stepping into their higher purpose. This is for a collective that is creating a foundation that's based on an awareness of their self-worth, their self-esteem, a nurturing of both their feminine and masculine energy. This is for a collective that is so looking forward to harvesting the abundance that they have worked so hard for, tirelessly. I feel this is a collective that has paid in sweat equity, right? It has not been easy. I feel for this collective, you've always had to work hard, or at least you felt like maybe you had to work harder than others to get where you are. Things have seemed challenging for you throughout your life, but you've never given up. This is a very hardworking, diligent, committed collective that is not afraid to roll up their sleeves and get their hands dirty. You're not afraid. So now's your time. This is an opportunity here. Now is your time. You are transcending any perceived obstacles here. You have mirrored back an understanding of what this person is to you. A lot of you already know these answers. A confirmation that this is your collective is that you're hearing things that you've already said to yourself. You're hearing things that maybe you've already reflected on, you've already journaled. This is your time. This is your time. So no more watching other people live their life, especially if you're dealing with someone in a third party. Or even if you're with someone who's just focused in another world, okay? No more watching other people live their life while you have a life right in front of you. It's your time to be able to have all that you desire. Everything will make you happy. It's your time to live an existence of being healed. It's your time to feel inspired and encouraged. It's your time to feel deeply emotionally connected to the life that you're living, okay? Damn. We kind of got off track. We weren't even talking about love. This was a self-love message. But let's get some guidance here specifically for this new relationship. What do we need to know? What do we need to know? Tell me about this new relationship here. What do we need to know about this? Okay, damn. For some of you, this is an air sign and an earth sign. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is a love that's like no nonsense. No nonsense energy. This is somebody that I see is going to come into your life and is going to be a very strong communicator. Is going to know exactly what they want. This is somebody who doesn't come in with a lot of like frills or puffery. I don't feel like they're going to come in and like rizz you up. I don't know if the kids even say that anymore, but they're not going to do that, okay? They're going to come in and be like, this is what I want. This is how I see this relationship. This is what I'm hoping for the future. Are you in? Want to take a leap of faith with me? Let's do this. That's this energy, okay? For some of you, this is somebody who has dark hair. I'm specifically seeing dark hair. I'm also seeing that this is somebody who could work in the financial field. They could work in the financial field or some type of professional field, okay? This is something that I don't see you meeting. Thank you, Chicky. This is something that I don't see you meeting on a dating app. I see you meeting this person in person. This is not a forced meeting. This is a destined, fated meeting. An organic meeting that feels like it aligns with the destined and fated purpose of this connection. Welcome, Minnie. Okay, what do we need to do about the future? What can we do to call this person in for this collective? So I feel for a lot of you, it's really about, and this is going to sound counterintuitive, okay? Gotta leave the house, Sarah. You gotta do that, okay? You gotta leave the house. But this is for a collective that needs to stop going back and forth on this decision. Because I feel like this is a collective that has gone back and forth for some time on this decision. Maybe you feel like some days you're ready, other days you're not. And I feel like this is a collective that just needs to make a decision and stick to it, okay? And allow yourself to move into a state in which maybe even for a time you're not even focusing on love. And again, I know this is going to sound counterintuitive. You're like, not focus on love. How do I attract love? Simply by being, simply by existing, okay? This is for a collective that is ready to receive love, ready to call it in. But it feels like all that you need to do is live your best possible life at this time. Live your joy. Live in a state of this elevated vibration. So you are attracting energies from all around and allowing this process to happen naturally. Okay? Detaching, yes. Detaching, grounding, and opening your heart. Anything else we need to know about this new person, if anything? Damn. This is your destiny. Some of you thought this other person was your destiny. I think that's what's getting you tripped up. Someone told you this person was your twin flame. I feel like that was the problem. Or your soulmate, they told you it was this person. Or something in your heart was like, this must be my person. When for a lot of you, this could have been a trauma bond or just a really powerful karmic energy. But yeah, I feel like a lot of you are getting tripped up on like the label you put on this person or what they were supposed to be. And for a lot of you as well, the reason why you're holding on is because you feel like they haven't been fully realized in the potential of that label. But labels can change whenever you want to change them, right? If it's not benefiting you to call this person your twin flame, why would you continue to call them your twin flame? Why would you continue to identify with a narrative that's actually hurting you? I feel like this is for a collective that needs to step away from this and no longer analyze this and focus on stepping to their higher path and let spirit call forth this new energy. Someone that is a destined and fated partner, someone who is a soulmate energy, someone who's going to be fully ready for you. And this goes back to that initial message. Anything that feels resistant at this time, you're being called to step away from. Anything that feels like it's in a state of flow, anything that's happening naturally, anything that's moving quickly, anything that grounds you, that heals you, that supports you, that bolsters you, that's what I want you to focus your energy on. Okay? And listen to the song. My head on the sun. This is this energy of like expansion, new opportunities, adventure, letting spirit take the wheel. Okay? So that is the advice for this collective. Let spirit take the wheel. You don't need to do any heavy lifting. You don't need to spend all of your time indoors doing your witchy rituals and manifesting. Go outside. Okay, it is a little bit cold, but go outside, enjoy yourself, put on your snowsuit. If you're in a warm climate, lucky you. What does it feel like to be God's favorite? Okay. But yes, get outside, enjoy, live your best life. Focus on living your life to the extent where you're in such a state of joy that you barely even recognize that you haven't met your person just yet. And for most of you, I see February, you calling in this higher level soulmate partner. Okay? Because your self-worth now is contingent on this. Your self-worth at this time is something that is anchoring you and making this decision towards this higher path. So continue to reinforce this decision that you've made and don't look back. Don't look back.